I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jackie. Welcome back to Dumb Witch Club.
I said that weird. I was like, I'm Ashley?
I don't think so. And also, maybe you don't need to point it out.
I must.
If you don't like it, why are you pointing it out?
For solidarity.
With yourself.
And others, so that they're like, you didn't. It's not fine. And then I'm like, okay. But then in my head, I'm like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
I don't know. Don't psychoanalyze me right now.
No, I remember in elementary school, there was this girl and she was like really good at drawing. But she'd always be like, my drawing's not good. And so everyone would be like, no, it's so good. It's so good. And I would just sit there and watch that happening. And I'd be like,
yeah, I get it.
Lord. Anyways, okay, let's do a card pull today.
You do know what my rising sign is.
I do know.
You do know. You're well aware. Ooh, it's so nice and cool and fall-y and lovely today.
I know. Weather's been a roller coaster. Two
really
weeks ago, we were
has.
like dying. Last week was like nice, normal. This is like autumn, but then it's going to get hot again. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't get used to this, so we just have to like savor it when we have it.
I know, but it does feel nice and fall-y, and it is a reminder that fall is right around the corner.
It is. It is.
Yes.
And spooky season. I guess it's technically like it is spooky season.
Yeah, I mean, when is that officially started? I don't know.
I don't know.
Anytime you want. 8-8. Reward.
Well, I'll take it.
Reward. That's nice.
I love that.
See, I don't understand what this vibe is for reward with what our topic is for today.
Well,
Because I feel like it should really kind of be the opposite.
yeah. But maybe it goes along with what we want to remind them and tell them about how it's okay to do this and feel this way and, that you're justified in it. So maybe that's what it is. It's like,
Okay.
we're being rewarded because we're doing the goddess's work by doing this topic.
Okay, maybe. Maybe. Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll
It's
see.
a mystery.
But, I mean, who doesn't want a reward? So,
Yes, I love that for me and for us and for everything.
yeah.
It's nice.
All deserving parties.
All deserving parties, yes.
Yes, with all due respect.
Yes, absolutely.
What is our topic today?
Our topic is witch. Is that what we're calling it? Witch with a B.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're just...
Yeah.
So here's what okay.
We're witches who were bitching.
Yeah. And so we want to have like a couple of little things before we get into what this is. What it's going to be is we're just going to name off things that annoy us.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
We're going to name off things that really get under our skin
Yeah.
and that we want to complain about.
Yeah.
We have a right to.
Yeah. It's like our own version of Festivus.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Got a lot of problems with you people.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes. So, yes. But the positive message of this.
Yeah.
Although, listen to our list. See if you agree. Join in.
Yes,
It'll be
please
fun.
do. It's fun.
And funny.
Yes,
which is
and fun.
part of the point. It's fun and funny.
It's fun and funny.
Right?
Yeah.
But the more positive, like, perhaps, more, like, pedantic reasoning is that it is okay to be a bitch sometimes.
Yeah, it's amazing to be. Sometimes you need to be. You're allowed to be.
Yes.
And it's okay to have negative thoughts enter your mind. It's okay.
Yes.
In order to have the good ones, you have to have the negative ones. It's how it works. It's the law of the universe. We did not make this up. And, don't get too into those spaces that are like good vibes only. Whenever I see good vibes only, we should add that to the list.
We can put it on the list.
I cannot stand that. That doesn't mean anything. That's not real.
And look, we're not saying not to try to be positive or to bring positivity to the world and things like that. Of course, the world needs more of that, let's be honest. But I think what we're saying is there must be an allowance for all of the parts of human experience, which includes negative parts and negative feelings and negative experiences, even minor ones, not even talking about really bad ones, right? We're talking about kind of silly stuff in this. We're not talking about world event trauma here, thankfully. But that stuff exists too.
It does.
And pretending like that all doesn't exist because you're in like a little la la land of like everything's beautiful. Like that's not helpful.
No, it's not. And I'm glad that you said like it doesn't mean not to bring the positivity and all that stuff. Yeah. Because I'm guessing that whoever is listening to this or watching this, like our sort of target audience, so to speak, is constantly striving to bring that positivity all the time, because I'm guessing that a large majority is socialized female and is femme identifying. So you are constantly trying to do the right thing. So it is okay sometimes to just say F that and not.
Yes.
I don't care.
100%. And nobody is perfect.
No.
You shouldn't expect yourself to be perfect. No one else should expect you to be perfect.
No.
And so it is definitely okay to experience like irritation and annoyance and not to let that run your life, but to let yourself process that so you can get back to being, you know, the better, best version of yourself. Which does not include denying this other stuff.
Exactly.
Because the denial, put it on the list too. That makes me mad as well.
So many issues.
So many things.
So many things.
Okay, so I think, as we said, this is fairly light fare, okay? So don't worry. And
don't worry.
I think these are things that you're all going to be able to relate to.
Yeah.
So what do we have at the top of our list?
Fees.
Everything.
Everything's a fee.
You buy a movie ticket.
Yep.
Concert ticket. Don't even
try it.
Started.
No.
Transaction fees for your credit card, which then sometimes shops, which bless them, they're trying to like have a profit too, but then they charge it back to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This fee for using your credit card.
Convenience fee. Whatever.
Yes. Oh, and that's what I love when they call it convenience fee. I'm like, how, this is your job.
Yes.
How is it convenient for me?
It's not convenient for me to pay you more money than I want to.
And how is it convenient for me that you set up this entire website to sell things on?
That's how you're making me do it.
I would. Can I go buy? Can I do that a different way?
No, exactly. No, I can't. So it's convenient for you.
Anyway, fees. Annoying.
Fees.
Get on my nerves all the time.
Just always, every day. What else?
What about when people are driving slow in the fast lane? And I don't think this is strictly a California problem.
It can't be.
But it is definitely a California problem.
It is. Every driving thing is a California problem because it's just a problem here in general. I am the angriest person I ever am when I'm in the car. This drives me. How do you not know the rule? How?
Because the way the lanes work, in case you're not from here, or in case you know people who seem to not know how this works.
Yes.
The first lane when you get on the freeway is the, slow lane, quote unquote. Because that's when you first get on. You speed up. Then there's several other lanes to the left.
Yep.
Ending up in the middle.
Yep.
And the farthest one on the left, sometimes is a carpool lane, which is different. But the one next to that is called the fast lane or the passing lane.
Yes.
That is the lane you're supposed to go in when you're passing all the other traffic.
Yep.
And people go in there and they go like 65, which is the speed limit, which nobody even drives.
No. And it's ridiculous and it makes me very upset.
Very annoying.
Yep.
Anyway, also, don't do that.
Don't do it.
It's unsafe. Okay, what else?
When people hate on millennials.
Okay, now this is a whole rant, which we're not going to do the whole thing of.
No.
But you know what we're talking about. We're talking about, like, on Instagram and TikTok, this whole... I'm not even going to call it a trend, because it's, like, more than a trend.
It's an obsession.
And it's, like, everything that millennials do. And I'm not even a millennial, okay? And I say that not to, like, distance myself from millennials, but to say... I'm not even defending myself. I'm just saying, like, why is there so much hate?
I don't know. I am a millennial, but I'm also not defending myself because I don't feel the need to do it. I'm like, I don't...
But it's like...
It makes sense.
Oh, this is why the way you have your socks on at the gym isn't cool anymore. And this is why, skinny jeans are bad. And this is why the words that you use are lame. But also don't try to use our words because you sound lame when you do it. And it's like...
Enough. I don't remember being obsessed with any other generation or what they were doing, like whatsoever. I didn't really care. I was just doing what I was doing, and I still am just doing what I'm doing, and I just like I don't understand why you're so obsessed with me, but it's okay.
But that leads me to another hate thing, which is this obsession with the generation labels now in general.
Yes.
That when we were growing up, there was baby boomers, obviously.
Yeah.
And then there was kind of nothing.
Yeah.
And then because of like voting and this proliferation of stuff, Gen X kind of got labeled.
Yeah.
But that was it.
That was it.
We didn't grow up as teenagers like we're millennials or, whatever, right? Yeah. But nowadays, kids who are like 7 years old are like, I'm Gen Alpha, na. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's wild.
It's wild.
And I kind of hate it because I feel like it's just really like divisive.
It is. It's meant to be that. And I feel like that's the way, I think things have always been that way, but I feel like now, especially in this world, everything is so categorized and you have to pick a label and you have to stick with that and like you have to define yourself by this. And we just don't agree with that. Like you're never going to find all the categories to encapsulate the wonderful, magical person you are. So why would you try to do that? And why would you try to align yourself with any of that if it doesn't resonate with you or whatever? So I don't get the obsession. I'm not involved. I don't really care what my socks look like. You can keep it to yourself.
But you know what I think this relates to that does, I think, actually perhaps have more validity is Pluto generations. Because Pluto's cycle is like that, it's like 12 to 16 to 20 years.
Yeah.
Everyone born within that time span has the same Pluto. And I think that does create like an energetic unity amongst people with those birthdays. And so people who are living right now, there's like multiple Pluto signs of people who are still alive right now.
Well, gross. Stop doing that. Really over Pluto?
Well, I don't think anyone thinks it has to do with
that. No, they don't.
I'm just saying, I think that might actually have more validity to look at and see how people's like sensibilities as a large group of people have changed over the years.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, or like any of those stelliums in like the generational planets and stuff like that. Yeah, it's going to dictate like the value systems and sort of, that's probably a much better, much healthier way to do things. But whatever, what do we know? What do I know? Just a millennial, so anyway.
Well, what about two-factor authentication?
No.
I hate it.
I can't.
I hate doing that.
It's
like, don't text my phone.
Don't text me ever.
But then some of them are like automated call. I'm like, do not call my number.
I cannot. I want to meet the unhinged person that would pick that. I don't.
I feel like it's like baby boomers.
After all that, it was such a boomer thing to do. Okay, boomer. Automated call, whatever, grandpa.
No, but seriously, look, and I think, okay, it's like held up as like this like security thing and whatever. I think it's bullshit.
I do too, because nothing is secure and we don't have any privacy or identities anymore at all. You can just steal everything all over the place. So what difference does that make?
No.
It's like identify the motorcycles in this thing. Stop.
Oh, those ones that say, we need to make sure you're a human.
You're not a human.
Exactly.
So what the hell?
And it's none of your business if I am.
It's not exactly what you're going to deny me something because I'm not a human.
That's
rude.
And racist.
And racist. It is. It's prejudice.
The human race.
It's racist. It is. I don't like it. Do away with it immediately.
Okay, what's next? What else do we hate?
Okay, this is a niche one, but whatever. People are going to get it. I cannot. When people make okay, whatever nail shape you're going to get, fine.
Oh, God, I skipped that in the list. I went, oh, my God, yes, go. No,
okay,
go.
Whatever nail shape you're going to get, like, I fully stand that for you. Love it for you. Okay, do whatever. Do the square, do the oval, do the coffin, stiletto, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But please, for the love of all things unholy, if you have short nails, like not like this, if you have short nails, why are you getting these stiletto nails on these short, I cannot. They look like dinosaur claws. I can't.
If the point of the stiletto has like your finger skin on either side of it still, that is not the look.
No,
okay?
it is not a look. You look like Raptor from Rugrats. I'm not into it. I cannot handle it. Girl, just, no, please, like, do like a cute little squoval, little throwback squoval shape. Love that for you, little square. Love it, but I cannot with the little claws. They're little claws. It's horrible.
I agree.
Sorry if you have it, but just, you don't have to.
No, also, like, try something new. I totally skipped that in the list, not on purpose. Okay, what about, we've touched on this long ago in the past. Okay. What about when makeup companies change formulas or even change the damn color of the thing?
Why do they do this?
It has the same name, product.
Yes.
And the color is not the same.
It's gaslighting.
It is so rude.
It's literally gaslighting.
Well, I don't know if it's that far, but
because if you ask, they're like, no, it's that, and you're like, no, the name is the same, but it's not the same. No, it is. Its name is spelled.
But no one's asking anyone.
I've asked people at Sephora.
Oh, the Sephora people don't know
and they're
anything.
like, no, it's that. And I'm like, okay, you're lying to me. Like, what I'm gonna need.
No, they just work there.
Maybe they don't know, but I feel lied to.
They work for Mac, like in the laboratory,
right?
Laboratory.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't take it.
No,
I can't stand it.
They do. They change the formulas, and I know they do because it probably saves them money. Okay, that must be the reason. This is capitalism.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Just big hate on capitalism all the time. But that's got to be the reason.
Yeah, or they change the packaging.
But it affects us.
It does. It really does, because you get attached to something, and there's so much out there. It's so much overload, and you cannot try everything. And so you get really attached to something, and you're like, I go through multiple empties of this. Like, this is the thing that I stick with and I like. And then they change it, and you're like, what do I do now? What do I literally do?
Nothing. They don't care.
I know.
Find something else, and they'll change that too.
Exactly.
Okay, what else?
I really hate, especially when you're doing your makeup, and you get a little, like, a fuzz or like a hair or something, I don't know what it is, and it attaches itself to your eyelash, and it's on your eye, but it's like attached to your lash line.
Yeah, and then you're like blinking.
You're blinking, and it's like you feel it dragging like on your but you can't see it because it's like clear or what. It'll ruin my entire day. I want to wash my whole face. I want to rip my face off. Like, I cannot handle it.
No, and then you look and there's nothing. You don't see anything.
Or when you have it and then you ask someone and they're like, there's nothing. Okay, when they say there's nothing there, that makes me want to go on a murderous rage, because you can't see it, but that doesn't mean there's nothing there. I'm not making it up.
No, well, that's why the appropriate response is, I don't see it.
There. I'm sure it's really bothersome to you. I'm sorry for that. But I don't actually see it.
Look, that's how easy it is to validate people, okay?
I know.
Just be like, oh my gosh, I know, I can tell it's really annoying, but like, I don't see it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Don't be like, there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
That's crazy making.
That's gaslighting.
Okay, so this was kind of a branch off topic. We kind of had two things. One was like corny phrases.
Oh, yeah.
Which kind of branched into nicknames, which then branched into two different things of its own.
Yeah.
So, corny phrases that people use a lot.
Yeah, like, okay. I'm sure that if I thought about it a little bit harder, there might be like phrases that I really just inherently hate. I can't really think of those, but I can hate anything depending on how it's used.
Exactly. And I think that has a lot to do with it. Or how frequently it's used by somebody.
Yes, if it's someone's like catchphrase or like their little thing they say, that's where it'll turn into just like this fiery hatred. Like when people want to say, and this might be like really a Scorpio thing, when people want to say, it is what it is. What do you mean by that? Do you even know?
No, and I think people use it to be dismissive.
Yes.
Then they use it to indicate that, like, you're not doing what they want.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And it's like, you know, oh, well, it is what it is, I guess. Like, it's this, like, shitty way. Like, as a philosophy, acceptance of reality.
Love that.
Love that.
Admire that.
But, like, you know, yeah, well, it is what it is. I don't like that.
Yeah, because you're addressing something they don't want to fix or change or address or acknowledge or take ownership of. So, like, it is what it is because of you. It is what it is because you did it.
Yeah, someone's like, well, yeah, I did drink 8 whiskeys last night. It is what it is. I'm like, that is not that.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to stop saying that forever.
Yes. So that, I know what you're saying. It's not even that particular phrase.
No.
But that is an example
of
the type of, like, corny phrase that people will, like, overuse or even, like, misuse and bastardize.
Oh, well, God, I hate when people do that stuff, too. Yeah, like, ooh, yeah, when that's another one we didn't even write. But, yeah, when people don't say the phrase, like, it's for all intents and purposes. And people will say it's for all intensive purposes. I want to rip off my eyelashes.
I know.
It is so bad. You've never read anything? You've never read anything.
I know. And I know, and people will say, like, well, it's because they've only heard it and they haven't read it, and that's why.
How?
But I'm also, like, I don't know, and then it leads to this other thing. I hate when, like, maybe they do learn that.
Sure.
And they're like, well, no, I don't care. You know what I mean. I'm going to say it like that anyways. And I do think language evolves, and I think that there are pockets of language that people use culturally that are none of my business, and y'all 100%. Can use them. Please
100%.
do that.
Please do.
Like, that is amazing.
Yeah.
But also, like, if you've learned something, why not incorporate that learning into your vernacular?
Especially if the thing that you have created makes no sense. These other things make sense to a group of people, a community. That is language. Yeah. What you're saying is wrong. It's stupid. Or when people say, all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah. I know. There's so many examples of that. And
there's so many.
Because we didn't pre-think of them.
We didn't pre-think of those.
But no, there is a lot of them. Or there are a lot of them. And, yeah, I don't know. And I just hate it, too, because I think that leads to, like, people resisting the correction because they don't want to accept that they're incorrect. Mm-hmm. And I hate that too.
Yeah, I hate that too.
Because I'm like, you're wrong. Be wrong.
Fine.
It's okay.
We've all been wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I've said things wrong, whatever. People tell me, oh, it's actually this. I'm like, oh, how weird. I don't know why I thought it was, okay, yeah, cool, awesome. Yeah, makes sense that it's that.
See, and I think so there's an example of this that actually I think is more accepted. Like when there's like song lyrics.
Yes.
And it'll be like, did you know he was actually saying this? And everyone's like, oh, this whole time I thought he was saying this. Yeah. And it's like funny. And everyone's like, oh, now I know the right words. So how come that's okay?
You're going to insist, nope, it's not Tiny Dancer, it's Tony Danza, and I'm taking that to the grave.
Like, there's a bathroom on the right. Like, no, there's a bad moon on the right. It's like, nope, bathroom on the right.
Bathroom.
It's like, no.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Stupid. Okay. So stupid.
Okay, but then the nickname thing, okay?
No.
So there's like two different versions of nicknames,
two versions,
right? There's like the version of nickname where somebody, and I think we may have a former president who was frequently just given little nicknames to people that aren't their name.
Yes.
And innocuous examples of this might be boss,
chief.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Yeah. Dude. You know?
Yeah.
But then there's obviously mean and cruel examples of this too.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Absolutely. And like that's obviously wrong, like if you're being mean and cruel. But like doing the other thing is wrong too. It's so patronizing and
well, yes, because then there's also the version that is done to women where it's like sweetheart,
sugar,
honey, angel, you know, whatever. And look, if it's some like elderly grandma and she's like, oh, sweetie, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's fine. But if it's some 55-year-old man, I'm like, don't call me honey.
Like, how are you doing this? How do you think, how are you ever doing this?
No. And then also, if it's someone that, like, does this a lot, that you see a lot, I'm like, do you even know someone's name? Like, you don't even know someone's name. You're just calling these little dumb names.
Yeah, and it's like, do you think you're slick that, like, we don't know that you don't know these people's names? We know you don't know.
Exactly.
We know you don't know. It's obvious. That's why you're doing that. Or you're just doing that, which means you're an even bigger douche. Like, it's one of the two.
But yeah, I'm like, you're not Jay Gatsby, okay? Like, You're not.
Sport. Old sport.
Old sport.
Old sport.
Okay, but then there's another version of nickname that this only impacts you. People don't do this to me because of my name.
Yeah, when people shorten my name and they don't know me on that level and they call me Ash instead of Ashley, I'm like, who told you could drop those 3 letters all of a sudden? Like, who are you? What is that?
It's very presumptuous.
It's presumptuous. It's very familiar. It is overly familiar. Do not perceive me. I don't even want you to know that my whole name, let alone, like, be truncating my name.
Yeah. No, so you really like, I mean, I hate that kind of stuff too, and I feel like it is, like, condescending too.
It is condescending, and it makes me think, like, what are you trying to get out of me? Like, what are you trying to butter me up for? Like, no, I don't know you like that. I don't know you on that level. That's weird, dude. Don't.
No, super weird.
Chief.
Yeah, exactly.
That's weird, big guy.
Bronco.
So great.
Oh, okay, we have more. Oh, this is a silly one. You have to talk about it, though, because you had such a good description of it.
For the cats?
No,
what's next?
For wet sleeves.
Oh, my God.
Wet sleeves is the thing.
Okay, everyone's gonna know exactly what I mean.
I hate saying that's a disgusting pair of words together. I feel sick.
It gives me the ick so bad even to just talk about it, but I need to. When you are washing your hands or you're washing something, and it's usually in restrooms or places that are not your house. And you have to, like, go over to get the towel, or it's just a situation where you're not super comfortable with what's going on. And your hands are wet, and you have to go and get the towel, or you have to go to the blow machine.
Or you have to wait because there's, like, somebody already using the thing, and you have to wait there.
And the water is just dripping down your arm. And it goes into your sleeve, or... you have like a cute
tighter
little
sleeve
sweatshirt, like cute little crew neck on, and it wets that band, and then that is just pressing up against your beautiful skin, and you just want to drop through the floor immediately. It is the worst feeling. It makes me want to vomit.
And then it stays wet for like 30 minutes.
It's so nasty. I can't handle it.
And then sometimes it like stretches out that part of the sleeve because it's wet and then it doesn't dry right. Anyway, that's a hate.
Disgusting.
Okay.
Disgusting. Yeah.
All right.
Super hate.
No, but we did have another one that was air sign cats.
Air sign cats. No,
because we both have one. Different air signs.
Yeah.
Different cats.
Different cats, obviously.
Too much in common.
We can't.
They're the worst.
They're the worst. The worst.
The worst. So I have a Gemini cat. She's a May Gemini, too. So just don't even start.
I have a Libra boy cat.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were saying, like, I feel like air sign energy is like dog energy.
Yeah.
And then you get these cats that have it, and they're just, like, a mess. Like, they don't know how to be anything.
Yeah, other than kind of like a dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And...
yeah, Fiero totally is like a dog.
Yeah, and Buttercup, who is my cat, I think she also is, like, kind of dumb, which has nothing to do with being an air sign.
No.
But she just doesn't, know... She's very, very cute.
And she's very cute.
Very pretty. Calico, little splotchy face. Like, she's so cute.
Oh, yeah.
But she's really annoying, and she doesn't learn, and you'll, like, do the same thing to her a million times to, like, get her not to come in the room or something, and she just doesn't learn.
She just...
Yeah, she sounds like she's running out of batteries. Yeah.
You're like, okay. And you give her exactly what she wants, but she doesn't... all of a sudden, she doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Which is the same with Fiero, who also is... a beautiful, beautiful boy, which is why people are drawn in by him, because he is gorgeous, but oh my goodness.
No, they're the worst. Awful. So, and I don't even get me started on an Aquarius cat. I don't even know what that would be like.
Oh my God, I don't know either.
Good God.
No, who knows?
Okay, what else? What's next?
What else? This is kind of just a me thing. I think this isn't really... you said it's that I've complained about it before, and you feel like it's mostly me. But when the seam of your sock either gets, like, under your toes or like to the side too much, like wrapped around. Does that make sense? Like, you know,
it makes sense.
This is supposed to go across your toes. And sometimes the sock twists, my millennial socks that I'm wearing, they twist.
Yeah, your uncool socks.
They're already embarrassing, so what am I doing now? And they twist, and then part of it gets under part of your foot, and you're just like, I can't. I hate it. I hate it. It'll ruin my day. It'll ruin... I know I can just fix it, but sometimes you can't.
But aren't there some socks that, like, do that a lot? Right?
Yeah, I throw them away.
Yeah, it's like you can't keep
And you
those.
can't see the thing, and you can't anticipate if the sock is going to be that type of sock. And you might be like, I love these socks. They're awesome. Like, you know, they're great. And then you get them, and that happens to you, and you're like, you turned on me.
Well, or maybe there's socks that you can't wear with shoes.
Where am I going to, like in the house? Like you just wear them in the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could, Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, that's too many categories for socks.
That's too many, and I'm not going to remember. That's the thing. I'm going to be like, I'm going to, put these socks, and then I'm going to be, these are the ones. Mm-hmm. I think I have, like, sensory issues. So I think, it all adds up. There's way more things. And I'm pretty sure it's that. I'm pretty sure it comes down to that. But I think a lot of people do, and I think a lot of people identify with this and be like, yeah, that's, like, freaking annoying.
No, for sure. I think that is definitely relatable. Mm-hmm. Okay, what else do we hate? I don't know. I feel like I'm jumping all over this list now. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say...
Go ahead.
I hate, so this happens to me, and maybe, I don't know if it happens to everybody else, but on Spotify, Spotify will give me a playlist, and it has songs on it that I literally skip every time. I never listen to this band or this song all the way through. I skip it every single time, and it repeatedly keeps giving it to me.
Yeah, it does it all the time.
Like... And sorry, I'm just going to say it, like, Bono, not interested in you, okay? Stop appearing in my Spotify playlist.
Yeah,
No, I don't want you to.
I don't know if, we just don't know if there's a way, there's a possibility that we don't know, but I don't think there is, because I've looked into it. I know that you can hide songs from, like, playlists.
And
right?
I've done that.
And I've done that.
So
but
why would you give me that song
in
on
a different
playlist
one
that I hid on the first playlist?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a way you can be like, don't play anything by this artist, because if there is a way to do that, I need to know, because there are certain ones, like, and again, I don't care, Red Hot Chili Peppers, please no. Oh, please, no.
That is
no,
not
never.
Controversial. But also, Maroon
never.
5. I don't want
Yes, please, no. I would agree with that. Please, no, never.
And I hate it because they have a song that Megan Thee Stallion did with them, and it shows up on my Megan playlist, but I had to block it, and I did, but I was like, dear God, don't do that to me.
You had to block Maroon 5.
I did. Adam Levine, stay away from me. You're blocked.
You're blocked, Doodle Bear. You're blocked.
Out of here.
Yeah, I agree. That's a problem. Spotify is just chaotic and unhinged, and Spotify Wrapped is a whole thing, and I don't appreciate what they say to me. It's bullying.
Well, see, and I didn't take mine that personally, because I thought mine was accurate. I didn't care.
It's bullying, frankly, but yet I continue. It's an abusive relationship because I continue to go back.
I know there's other, like, platforms you can use.
Yeah, but none of them are as good. Spotify's superior.
I know, and this is the best one, and it's the worst.
The playlist that they've been coming up with recently, like the day lists and how they've been naming them, have been
I love that.
That's been fun.
That's a new feature this year, which I love.
Me too. I've been screenshotting them because they're so crazy.
Yes, they're so good. I do love those. I mean, there's been a few clunkers occasionally, but I just don't listen to it, and then it really learns really well. It doesn't give you that stuff again. But yeah, that is awesome.
It'll be like Ghost Town Goth Rodeo Queen. I'm like, wow.
Oh yeah, mine are like spooky, scary, creepy, witchy Tuesday night. And I'm like, yes it is. Or I have like eerie gothic circus. I'm like, yes, bring it.
It's good. It's really good. That's been really fun. Yeah.
That is good. Okay, let's see. What else do we hate? This is a personal one too. I hate when people wear eyeliner without mascara.
She really hates it a lot.
I hate it. Don't do that.
She yelled at me for it one time.
If you only have time for one, just do the mascara.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Don't do eyeliner with no mascara. It does not look right.
It does not, and this was a long time ago when this happened, when my makeup routine was really different from what it is now. I want to say that was like circa like 2015.
Yes, it was a very long time ago. And that, my hatred doesn't come from you doing that.
No, of course
my
not.
My hatred already existed.
Oh, you could tell. It was definitely not just generated in the moment. There was like years of pent-up aggression behind it. I could totally tell. But yes, we just think back to 2015 makeup trends. Like, yeah, I had like probably like a really dramatic cut crease and eyeliner, like cat eye, with no mascara. Now I do my mascara before I do my eyeliner, so that would never happen.
See?
To me.
There you go.
Things have switched up in recent years. But yes, I remember that day and I was like, oh God, okay. And you were like, you need to go do it right now. I'm like, oh, all right, I will.
Because I knew you had just forgotten.
I did, I forgot.
I would never like insult you if that was your look. But I also would not be friends with you if that was your look.
Of course not. Of course not. Yeah.
Pet peeve. Hate that.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
When places think they're clever and they have stupid menu item names.
Oh, yeah, this. See, I don't say them.
No, I won't say them either. I just point to, that.
So like, I'm not going to order that, hey there, howdy ho, cluck burger. Like, I'm not ordering that.
Burger.
I'm going to be like, I'll have the chicken burger. Like, I'm not saying those words.
No, and if they have to say it, like, I'm sorry I feel bad for you.
Nobody has to say it.
I don't think they have to. I'm pretty sure they don't. And every time I've ever done it, they've never insisted. So, whatever. But, like, it's really...
I think it's funny that you just point. You're like,
that. I'll have this.
This one? They're like, which one? Oh, the hey there, howdy ho, cluck. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes they do start to repeat it, but they'll usually like ellipses that. They'll be like, oh, the hey there.
Say it either.
Burger. And I'm like, yeah, that one. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that.
Exactly.
Why does any place need to do, I just don't. And they think they're so funny and like they'll do like suggestive names and stuff. And I'm like, why do I need this in my lunch life? Like this is.
The exception to this, though, is cocktails. I like when cocktails have clever, like, little funny names.
Yes, but not the traditional, really gross, disgusting ones that men would order just to say,
that.
You know exactly what.
I do know, and, yeah, I didn't like that either.
Stupid.
That was
stupid.
So stupid.
So stupid, stop it.
Someday we'll tell that story on this show.
Oh, God.
But I don't know about when.
I don't either.
Okay, I think we have time for one more.
Okay.
And I think we should say the one that just came up in here. Oh, that's a good one, too. Okay, we're going to say these last two. They're both related to the production of this show. Because that's what I have as the last one.
Oh, God. Okay, yeah, let's say those ones.
Okay, so I'm going to say mine first. So mine is we hate the word crosshairs. Okay, because when our producer's like lining up the video and they have the little grid lines, I guess they're called crosshairs.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
So
we hate it so much. So then he started not saying it anymore. So he's like, the square line marks are good. Like it's really inconvenient for him.
The marky things are accurate today.
But we can't stand crosshairs.
No, it's horrible.
Tell us that ever.
It's horrible. It's like hunting terminology. I don't like it.
No, I don't like it either. I don't want to be in the crosshairs. Ew, no, why is it hairs? Why is it plural? Ew. Like it's so gross. Ew.
No.
Okay.
Disgusting. It's nasty. Nothing needs to be hairs. I don't like it.
No.
Gross. It's so gross.
Okay, but then we also have a last one.
We have a last one. Because we tell ourselves that we can't hate a notebook. You can't. It's impossible to hate. We have so many other things to hate. How can you hate a notebook? You can't. It's impossible to hate a notebook, except that it's actually like really possible to, because
even if the notebook you have, whenever you close it, it doesn't close right and the back flap flips over the front every single time, you still can't hate it because it's impossible to hate a notebook.
Yeah, even when the pages are like a thin, weird texture and don't feel nice to write on like other ones that, we've possibly had in the past, but it's impossible to hate a notebook, so...
Yeah, and even when, like, the front cover texture is also not just, like, a paper cover texture, but, like, gets fingerprints on it if you touch it, and, like, it's okay because you can't hate a notebook.
Mm-hmm. Or, like, when it arrives, it has a really sticky label that is not meant to be removed cleanly, not just on the front cover with the weird texture that I literally shiver to touch, but also on the back, and then it leaves a residue that stays on there just to remind you that label was there so that you never forget.
See, but that's fine.
Totally fine,
because you can't hate a notebook, so we don't.
No,
we don't.
No, we don't.
Aren't we good?
So good.
I think that's enough complaining for one night. I feel better. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like relieved. That was cathartic.
Yes.
I got it out. I feel like this sense of solidarity that's going to come through with everyone else being like, yes, hate that too. You're totally right.
I agree. And now we can go back to being sources of love and light everywhere we go. So, yay. Until next time.
Stay witchy, friends.
And stay dumb.
Dumb Witch Club is written and hosted by us, Ashley Sidner
and Jackie Gerard at the Dumb Witch Clubhouse in Orange County, California.
Produced and edited by Matt Heinemeyer. Art direction by Violet Turner. Culture consultant Jane Turner.
Original music by Ashley Sidner. Look us up on all your favorite social media platforms, including TikTok and Patreon.
Until next time, stay witchy, friends.
And stay dumb.